Why hello there, young kid. Spare me a moment to talk about cells, the building
No.
block. Thanks for inviting me inside. This is a cell.
Okay.
A cell. It is the building block of life, the basic structural and functional unit of all living organisms. And these people here are our founders, Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwab. They developed the cell theory. The cell theory contains 3 testaments. All organisms contain cells. Cells are the basic unit of life, and cells are reproduced from other cells. If you know what I mean. If I told you I don't care, but cells care about you. Get out of here, I'm gonna call the cops. Cells have many important organelles.
Hello. We want to talk about cells? Cells.
I'm so glad you're willing to learn about cells. Most people usually die before I can tell them.
Just tell me about cells.
There are 2 different kinds of cells, eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Prokaryotic cells are more primitive and they don't have nucleus. Eukaryotic cells are like the ones you have in your body. They do have a nucleus. Do you know what covers a cell? The cell membrane. It is a flexible lipid binder that surrounds the cell and it regulates what comes in and what comes out of the cell. It also keeps its contents inside. The cell wall is an organelle found only in plant cells. It is basically a protective border around the cell that gives it shape and support. It is also made out of cellulose. The cytoplasm is one of the largest organelles in the cell. It is a gel-like material in which everything that's in the cell rests upon. It contains water and other nutrient-filled things. Accompanying the cytoplasm, we find a cytoskeleton. It's a series of proteins that allow the cell to maintain its shape, it allows it to move, and to replicate. The nucleus is the largest organelle inside the cell. It directs all activities inside the cell and contains its hereditary material. The nuclear envelope of the nucleus acts like the cell membrane for the cell. It regulates what comes in and what comes out, and it keeps everything inside. Inside the nucleus, we can find chromatin, which is proteins and genetic information free floating around the nucleus. Chromosomes are essentially tightly packed DNA. The nucleolus is located in the center of the nucleus. It makes RNA and copies DNA to send it to the endoplasmic reticulum. Oh, so you don't know what the endoplasmic reticulum is? It is a network of membranes that transports material inside the cell. The lysosomes.
Aren't those the tiny things that clean up the cell?
Yes, good job. They basically clean up any free-floating material found inside the cell using the enzymes they have. The cell uses this organelle called the Golgi apparatus to move things out of the cell. It is basically sacs cover the membrane, which move proteins out of the cell.
But how do plants get energy?
That is a very good question. They use an organelle called chloroplast. It gets sunlight energy and carbon dioxide and turns it into sugar, which acts like the food for the cell.
powers up the cell?
That's a very good question. The cell is powered by an organelle called mitochondria. Did you know that mitochondria used to be a bacteria that they got caught inside the cell and the cell used it to make its own energy? What it does is that it grabs the cell's food and it converts it to a molecule called ATP, which gives the cell energy.
Wow, it's very interesting, isn't
Young Padawan, do you know how cells replicate?
it? No, please tell me, Master.
Cells use this thing called a centriole. It is an organelle that has a cylindrical shape and it allows the replicating of cells.
Oh wow, cells are very interesting.